Alright guys, I'm back for our last video this week. This is just going to be some information about religion that I want you guys to know. So the first thing, these are both going to be numbers. That's how my brain works. So here we are. The first one is going to be the 5 pillars of Islam. So most faiths have standard things around which they base their faiths, right? And the Islamic faith is based around 5 pillars that is consistent to all Islamic faith. The first of these pillars is that Allah is the only God and Muhammad is his prophet. Okay, so it's very similar to God is God and Jesus is his son. For Islam, it is Allah is the only God and Muhammad is his prophet. The second one is daily prayer. You've probably seen this on the news or watching movies, the call to prayer 5 times a day. You actually face Mecca when you pray. And it's designed to actually incorporate religion into your daily life and kind of give you time throughout the busy day to reflect on God and that kind of thing. Third pillar is helping those in poverty. It's alms. Almost every religion in the world, guys, has something that talks about helping poor people, helping widows, orphans, that kind of thing. And that's absolutely a part of the Islamic faith. Number 4 here, we have fasting as a spiritual practice, probably best known by Ramadan. That is a month, usually in the fall, but it's the lunar calendar, so it kind of moves around, where for the daytime, from sunup to sundown, you do not eat. And you use that time to reflect again. There are rules. Obviously, children aren't allowed to fast. If you're pregnant, that kind of thing. If you're ill, they're not trying to hurt anybody. But, you know, that's fairly common in that faith as well. And then finally, a pilgrimage to the holy center of Mecca. So Islam encourages anyone who is able to, so anyone who can afford to make one trip, at least in their lifetime, to Mecca, actually to the Middle East, and to do the Hajj in Mecca. So those are the 5 pillars of Islam that I want you guys to know. And then moving to the other side of the world, we're going to be learning about the 4 noble truths of Buddhism. I know a little bit of whiplash there as we hop on a plane. But here we go. So the Buddhist faith calls its guiding principles. Remember I told you everybody has guiding principles? Yep. They call them the 4 noble truths. So we had 5 pillars and now we have 4 noble truths. You don't want people to have to remember too much. First one, life is suffering. Right? This is the concept, this is the central concept of Buddhism, that life is suffering. It is unpleasant, right? It is not fun to live. Second noble truth is that the reason that we suffer is because we want stuff. It arises from attachment to desires, right? It's because we want more money, a better car, a nicer house. We want that over there. So that's the second one, is that suffering arrives because we want stuff. Third noble truth. Suffering stops when we no longer want stuff, right? Suffering ceases when attachment to desire ceases. So if we can stop ourselves from wanting things, maybe we will suffer less, okay? And then finally, the 4th noble truth here is that freedom from suffering is made possible. So doing that third thing is made possible by following the middle way. That's Buddhism. So you can achieve this freedom from suffering by following the prescriptions within Buddhism, and that will lead you to not suffer. All right. So those are the 4 noble truths of Buddhism and the 5 pillars of Islam. Those are the things you very specifically need to know from this chapter. But now you get to watch fun Scottish guy videos. So go watch my intro to the Kogito videos and have fun with those.